Today, she wore a camisole paired with a short skirt, her slender A4 waist accentuated, her youthful, budding curves vaguely visible. Black stockings outlined her slightly plump, firm, and elastic legs. This really lived up to the title of campus queen. Under everyone's attention, Isabella Vance finally made up her mind. She took out a lunchbox from her bag, then walked up to me. "Ethan Cole, you always brought me breakfast before, so today, I made breakfast for you myself." After speaking, she opened the lunchbox and placed it on my desk. "I hope you'll like it. From now on, we're still good friends, right?" As soon as these words were spoken, the classroom completely erupted. "Ooh oh ooh! Ethan Cole, you brat, I really admire you now. The campus queen actually made breakfast for you proactively. Wow, Sheen Long must be crying his eyes out seeing this scene, right? Ha ha ha, I can't stop laughing. Sure enough, people still have to have money and looks. Look now, the campus queen is also proactively making breakfast for Ethan Cole." Alex put on a funeral face and silently raised his second middle finger. I glanced at Isabella. "I don't want it," I said, picked up the lunchbox, and brought it in front of Isabella. "Are you eating this lunchbox?" I'm not eating." Isabella shook her head. This was the breakfast she had meticulously prepared for me. As a result, I turned around and dumped the breakfast in this lunchbox into the trash can. Look, even dogs won't eat it. So this thing, people can't eat. Isabella Vance? She suddenly widened her eyes. You're calling me a dog? Me, whoever answers to it, is it? I smiled again and added another sentence, hey, what are you barking about? Oops, my bad. I probably need to take a class on interspecies communication. Damn, kill shot. Alex's upright middle finger silently turned into a thumbs up. Ethan, so handsome. The crowd took a deep breath. Wow. Is Ethan Cole crazy or high? This is the breakfast campus queen Isabella Vance made with her own hands. He actually threw it in the trash can without saying anything. And even called Isabella Vance a dog? Gasp. Isabella Vance was also scared silly. She stood there, as if falling into an ice cellar. Why? Ethan Cole, why are you treating me like this? Am I not beautiful? Am I not outstanding enough? Did I not treat you well? Why did you reject my confession once, and now you want to be like this? I glanced at Isabella. Sorry, I'm with a fairy every day. I really don't look at low-B types like you. You? Isabella was immediately choked. Her eyes turned red, her face full of unwillingness. In an instant, she thought of the woman on my phone last time. Haha, a fairy? She wouldn't even call herself a fairy. And hey, what kind of girlfriend could Ethan Cole find before his transformation? Just mediocre. Basically incomparable to a campus queen like her. Ethan Cole, you must be angry at me, right? Are you angry at me? Isabella asked with red eyes. Just then, an extremely cold aura swept over Isabella Vance. She felt that cold aura coming from behind her, so she stiffly turned around. In an instant, she faced a pair of eyes as cold as if from hell. The stunningly beautiful woman stood in the corridor outside the classroom. She wore an exquisitely tailored suit, her long hair pinned up with a hairpin at the back of her head, further highlighting her ruthless, sharp aura. The pale orange morning sun shone on her, unable to imbue this icy beauty with half a bit of warmth. Those beautiful eyes looked at Isabella Vance as if looking at a dead person. Between the two, there was only a window. Countless teachers and deans of Havenwood University surrounded Victoria. They dared not get too close, nor dared to be too far away. Even the most arrogant principal of Havenwood University was now cautiously leading the way beside Victoria, his expression fawning, his words flattering. Isabella Vance had never seen someone with such a powerful aura. This made her legs tremble uncontrollably. At this moment, she suddenly thought of two words often seen in TV dramas. It's called oppressive might. Thud. Isabella Vance finally, her legs trembling, fell powerlessly onto a nearby chair. Such a powerful aura, even the other students in the class couldn't quite bear it. They all returned to their seats one after another. For some reason, they didn't even dare to say another word. Heavens! Although they didn't know who this woman was, the people they usually respected immensely, like the dean and the principal, were now standing behind her with bowed heads, like subjects. So this woman must be a famous big shot. Among them, the principal who was leading the way saw Victoria stop without speaking, bowed his head, and carefully asked, "Director One, what's wrong?" Victoria retracted her gaze, her tone calm. "The school's admission standards need to be raised further." She glanced meaningfully at Isabella Vance, finally letting her gaze rest on me. The murderous aura around her also lessened somewhat, and her tone seemed no longer so cold. "Handle it yourself." Afterward, Victoria continued to walk. And the countless big shots behind her only then wiped the cold sweat from their foreheads and hurriedly followed. "Yes. Director Wen." The principal memorized the name Isabella Vance and told his assistant beside him to investigate. See what background this student has, whether she has made any mistakes. If so, deal with it immediately. If the problem is particularly serious, expel her directly. Notify all teachers, emergency meeting tonight to discuss student management issues. The assistant nodded. Understood. Only after the group left did everyone in the class feel the pressure lessen considerably. There were still a few psychologically weak individuals who couldn't calm down. The entire classroom was so quiet that a pin drop could be heard. Until someone couldn't help but speak, "Hey, did you guys see that girl's appearance clearly just now? I thought she was very beautiful." "Wow, don't even mention it. Her appearance is like a fairy's, her looks truly crush our campus queen." Isabella Vance pales in comparison to her. "Wow, you guys are really brave. I didn't even dare to look just now, oh my god." "Ha, look at your cowardly appearance, men. Change trams, my imperial pants." Isabella Vance took a deep breath. She never expected that just as she was about to change, she would face the risk of being expelled. That woman was terrifying. Such a powerful aura, she had encountered it once before, at the Golden Flower Wholesale Market. It was a rainy day. At the end of the road, a dozen bodyguards holding black umbrellas appeared, their aura incredibly powerful. But the woman leading them had an even stronger aura, with two bodyguards holding umbrellas for her beside her. It was just that Isabella Vance now felt that even that woman was not as terrifying as the one she saw today. That kind of undisguised ruthlessness was too horrifying. The key was, that woman looked so beautiful. In comparison, Isabella Vance felt her advantage and looks became incredibly powerless. Who on earth was she? Compared to everyone's tension, I, on the contrary, was used to it. I patted Alex on the shoulder. "What are you dazed for?" Last time Victoria came to Golden Flower to find me, Alex happened to be selling black stockings elsewhere, so he didn't witness that scene. Speaking of which, this was the first time Alex had seen Victoria. Alex was so scared he became serious. I've never seen someone with such a powerful aura. Just now the principal called her Director One. Is this the new chairman of our school board? So scary. Then you should get used to it soon. Maybe you'll see her often in the future. Alex Baker? Just then, class president Sheen Long walked up to me. "Hey, Ethan Cole, the teacher told you to go to the principal's office. She has something to discuss with you. Go." I was a little unclear about the situation, but I guessed it was related to Victoria. Sigh, the female devil must be jealous again. Watching me leave, Isabella Vance was extremely unwilling in her heart. Ethan Cole. Sheen Long, standing beside her, finally couldn't stand it anymore. He stood up and hugged Isabella. "Cry. Yao, if you wanna cry, just cry. I'll always stand behind you and protect you." It's Ethan Cole who has no eyes. He can't even see such an amazing girl like you. Hoo. Isabella also cried and fell into Sheen Long's arms. She sobbed, "Why? I try to maintain my figure every day, never eat until I'm full, just to be beautiful and maintain the title of campus queen. But why is Ethan Cole so blind?" Sheen Long gently comforted Isabella. It's okay. There's still an award ceremony at the opening ceremony today. Remember I submitted the homework? After I receive third prize, I'll immediately take you out to play. Whatever dress you want, I'll buy it for you. Hearing this, Isabella's expression improved somewhat. She sniffled. Long, you still treat me the best. But can you not tell Ethan Cole about you hugging me today? I'm afraid he'll be jealous. She was actually very confident. At least Ethan Cole talked to her today, although there wasn't a single good word. But, she believed in her capital as a campus queen. Taking down Ethan Cole was no problem. If he found a girlfriend, how could she compare to her? Ha! Oh! Long was stunned for a moment, then nodded dazedly. But he always felt something was wrong. Principal's office. When I reached the door, I vaguely heard intermittent piano music coming from inside. Each note was heavy and murderous, making one feel as if they had fallen into a deep abyss of hell. Only then did I push open the large door and look at the scene in the room. In the dim room, only a beam of light shone through the gap in the curtains into the middle of the room. The sunlight made the dust particles in the air sparkle, scattering onto a beautiful, graceful, slender, and tall figure. Victoria had taken off her suit jacket. She wore a snow-white cheapao and sat before the piano, her side profile so perfect it was like a goddess. Her long, thick, curled lashes covered the expression in her deep, unfathomable eyes. She raised her fingers and gently pressed down on the piano keys. Twang. In my memory, Victoria always wore a black suit when she went out. It wasn't easy for her, as a woman, to reach her current position, so she always tried her best to hide her feminine characteristics when she went out. Today, was it the first time she wore a cheapao out? My breath hitched, and I closed the balcony door. Knowing full well that the woman before me was a demoness in disguise, I still couldn't control my heart from constantly leaning towards her. I don't know when, but it seems she has become more and more important to me. Victoria. I sat down beside Victoria and also placed my hands on the piano keys. I remember you seem to like this piece, Song of the Dniester River, right? I'll play it for you, don't be angry anymore. After speaking, my agile fingers danced across the keys. In just a moment, a lively, upbeat melody filled the room. Victoria glanced up at me, a flicker of unreadable light in her eyes. Very quickly, her fingertips also followed mine and played along. Two people, four hands playing together, a dreamlike scene. And the melody they played was different. Victoria expressed decisiveness and ruthlessness, while mine was an upbeat and lively melody. But the two combined, on the contrary, brought a different feeling. During the process, their hands only occasionally touched. From deep within, the distance between their two hearts seemed to have drawn closer. Very quickly, a piece of music ended. I stood up and explained, "Don't be angry anymore. I've already drunk the porridge you cooked. How could I still eat Isabella Vance's breakfast?" And also, before I could finish, the exquisite face before me suddenly magnified. Victoria's kiss came like a storm, a fierce possessiveness that had been suppressed for a long time, carrying a hint of declaring sovereignty. Hating that she couldn't swallow me whole, merge me into her flesh and bones. I widened my eyes, my whole body feeling drained of strength. I helplessly propped myself up on the piano, barely managing to keep my body steady. Twang, the sound of the piano in the office rang out again. This time, it had a few more hints of lingering ambiguity. I was kissed until I was breathless, my whole body also losing all strength, almost falling into Victoria. "Don't!" Hearing this, Victoria's movements paused. She let out a soft a hint of mischievousness in her long, narrow phoenix eyes, like the unique charm of a fox. "You don't know how to kiss?" I frowned. Before you, I still had no kissing experience. Even in my previous life. Really? There was an irrepressible excitement in Victoria's voice. She pushed me hard with both hands. Thud. I fell backward onto the desk, the sharp pain in my back making me gasp, but that pained expression of mine, on the contrary, stimulated some kind of excitement in Victoria. Victoria tugged at her collar and walked towards me, step by step. Wearing this snow-white cheapao, she walked with a graceful, naturally alluring gait. When the hairpin on her head fell, that wavy hair cascaded down to her slender waist, highlighting her beautiful, peerless figure. I held my breath, and before I could react, Victoria grabbed my neck again and kissed me forcefully without any restraint. Robbing. Invading. Possessing. In the darkness, a faint smile appeared in her eyes. Her kiss became even hotter. Me too. Ethan Cole, forget Isabella Vance. Your untouched appearance is really annoying. You should be consumed by desire for me, unable to control your lust for me. Fall with me. Ethan Cole. The opening ceremony began. I arrived on time. Seeing I had finally returned to the team, Alex anxiously asked, "How is it? How is it? Are you okay?" "Nothing." I shook my head. "What are you so nervous about?" "How can I not be nervous?" Only then did Alex recount what happened earlier to me. That Isabella Vance was already packing her luggage to leave. She can only return to school in a week. I heard she made a mistake. But the teacher didn't say specifically what it was, but it's probably related to that director one. And what about you? Are you okay? Me? Well, damn. Just for bringing me breakfast, she had to go home and reflect for a week. Victoria's possessiveness, how could she have easily forgiven me and Isabella Vance for getting married in her previous life? If it was because she lost interest in this toy of hers, then there would be no need to commit suicide for me at my funeral later. This woman, I can't figure her out. The classmates seemed to have escaped the previous terrifying anxiety and couldn't help but discuss the character Victoria. You guys, who do you think that woman is? Young and beautiful, the key is she can even make our principal lead the way humbly. TSK TSK. Not sure, didn't Alex hear them call her Director 1? Just the chairman of the school board, then it wouldn't be that scary. Luhon, let me tell you, luckily you came late today, otherwise you would have peed your pants seeing that woman. Exactly, beautiful is beautiful, but she's a female devil that makes people not dare to disrespect her in the slightest. Hearing everyone's discussion, I found it amusing. I suddenly felt that these evaluations of Victoria were too harsh, right? She's also very cute when she's being coquettish, I said. Alex Baker. He couldn't help but reach out and touch my forehead. As long as you don't have a fever, it's fine. Let me tell you, Ethan, in this world, just having money isn't enough. You also have to have power. That woman just now is definitely a big shot with a special background. In short, we two can't mess with her. I'll hide far away. Me. I wanted to speak but stopped, finally keeping my mouth shut. Alright then, I've really been agitated too much lately. It wouldn't be good if I scared him into fainting. At this time, Sheen Long was not in the class ranks, but turned around to help Isabella Vance pack her luggage. He carried the suitcase with one hand and had to use the other hand to wipe Isabella's tears. It's okay, it's okay. Sheen Long seemed to have made up his mind. I know, it must be that chairman of the school board who has a problem with you. Later, when I go up to receive the award, I'll help you get justice. Okay? Ha? Isabella was horrified. She was punished because the principal found out she had intimate private relationships with many male students. Still want to get justice? Is she afraid her reputation isn't rotten enough? She glared fiercely at Sheen Long. If you dare to confront the chairman of the school board, I won't talk to you for the rest of my life. Sheen Long, don't go, otherwise I won't forgive you. After speaking, Isabella Vance snatched the suitcase from Sheen Long's hand and left. Looking at Isabella's retreating figure, Sheen Long also felt very uncomfortable in his heart. He decided, if I can't stand up for the woman I love, then what kind of man am I? So what if she's the chairman of the school board? Others are afraid of you, I'm not afraid of you. The entire opening ceremony was very boring. Until the principal announced, next, let's welcome Chairman Wen to give a speech. As soon as the words fell, a beautiful figure walked towards the podium. The moment she appeared, it was as if everything in the world instantly lost its color. The crowd even held their breath for a moment. Victoria wore an incredibly well-fitted snow-white cheapao. The lustrous silk material rippled, accentuating her graceful and slender figure. She was dignified and generous, her gait elegant. A magnolia jade hairpin held her hair, with only a few strands of hair fluttering in the wind, light and agile. That astonishingly beautiful face was like a work of art meticulously carved by God. In her light brown eyes, there was a settled/matured calmness and a faint disdain for fame and fortune. Victoria's mood now was clearly very good, the murderous aura around her had subsided a lot. Looking at her now, she was merely a slightly cold, yet elegant and intelligent woman. Everyone went crazy. Oh my God! So beautiful. So beautiful I originally thought Isabella Vance was beautiful enough, she's the campus queen. But I feel like Isabella Vance in front of Chairman Wen would be reduced to a maid. What else? Beautiful big sister kill me. Wife, oh wife. So beautiful Why didn't I bring my phone? I want to take pictures, damn it. The crowd was completely insane. Victoria's subsequent speech was also simple and concise, but everyone clearly wasn't listening. Seeing this scene, Chi Xianbin, standing in the crowd, held his forehead. This is also why CEO Warren never wears makeup when she goes out. Such a beautiful girl, it's very easy to encounter injustice. His princess, had been a formidable character since she was young. Even if her teeth were broken, she would swallow the blood and not utter a word. Afterward, Victoria began to announce the list of meaningful work award winners. Her voice was indifferent, but it exuded a sense of generosity, full of charisma. As for the award presentation, it was handled by the bald principal. Victoria had severe misophobia. Apart from me, others couldn't even touch the hem of her clothes. Very quickly, it was Qin Long's turn to receive the award. Yao, don't worry. After I receive the award, I'll help you get justice. With me here, even the heavenly King Laozi can't bully you. After speaking, he had sufficiently encouraged himself, his fierce eyes glaring towards Victoria's position, then he strode majestically onto the podium. In the process of walking onto the podium, Qin Long suddenly discovered, his courage was gradually diminishing. His footsteps also became lighter and lighter. The moment he walked towards Victoria, he felt his soul tremble, and his breathing became heavier and heavier. The woman before him was like an ancient queen, exuding authority without anger. And he himself was merely a commoner. The vast distance between the two made the anger in Qin Long's heart gradually turn into unease. He was even afraid that Victoria would discover his anger from just now. Finally, Qin Long tried his best to walk in front of Victoria. Victoria didn't even lift her eyelids a bit. Qin Long, second-year Computer Science Department, third prize. The principal handed the certificate and prize money to Qin Long, beaming. Congratulations, classmate Qin Long. Qin Long clutched the certificate and prize money, his heart torn to the extreme. How disgusting. He shouldn't be so scared. Isn't she just a chairman of the school board? The chairman of the school board can't just bully students without distinguishing right from wrong. No. He must get justice for classmate Isabella Vance. He is a man. Victoria had noticed an impure gaze. She looked up unhappily, her eyes like sharp daggers flying over. Something? In those beautiful, gem-like deep eyes, there was a hidden murderous intent. Her calm, rippleless tone, yet it made Qin Long instantly engulfed by endless pressure. His soul also trembled, begging for mercy. No. Nothing. Qin Long's mouth gaped open, only managing to make a sound after a long time. He didn't dare look directly at Victoria anymore, fleeing as if from a plague. Victoria indifferently retracted her gaze and continued to say expressionlessly, Lu Bai, first-year law department, second prize. She acted as if nothing had happened. It was just that the other school leaders and the principal responsible for presenting the awards, all felt a shiver. No wonder it was the aura of the CEO of Apex Global. So terrifying. The classmates below the stage were no better. The distance to the podium was close, and just now they all felt an endless, boundless pressure. Phew, so scary. I thought she was a fairy just now, she's practically a female devil. What else, so scary, luckily she's not our teacher. Who would dare to skip class in her class? Are you guys in the front row being that dramatic? Forget it, you guys were far away and didn't see clearly. Turn around and watch the reporter's interview later, then you'll know. Really very powerful. Finally, Victoria read out the name she liked. Ethan Cole. Her originally low voice suddenly softened a few degrees. She looked up, and among the vast sea of people, she instantly locked onto my figure. Ethan Cole, second year Computer Science Department, Special Prize. Hearing my name called, I quickly stepped forward to receive the award. The moment I appeared, the entire auditorium erupted in exclamations of surprise. Ooh! Oh my god! This dude is so handsome, who is he? His figure is also so tall. Oh heavens, these legs are longer than my life, oh my god! This person is so handsome. Whose handsome guy is this? The heartthrob in front of him is directly crushed into dregs. The students below the stage went completely crazy. Finally, I also walked onto the podium as expected. This time, it should also be the principal presenting the award. But Victoria took the items from the principal's hand and personally presented the certificate and prize money to me. The aura around her also changed accordingly, like ice and snow melting into a spring stream, gentle and warm. When their hands touched, in a place others couldn't see, her fingertips greedily and gently caressed my hand. Gentle yet restrained. I looked up and met Victoria's beautiful eyes. Those eyes, usually devoid of any emotion, now lingered with gentleness and appreciation. Congratulations. It's good that I didn't disappoint you, I replied. The image froze at this moment. Sunlight shone on the two of them. This scene was as if it could only exist in a painting. The years were quiet and good. The guardian of the flower finally reaped the treasure he wanted, the two of them moved towards each other. Below the stage, it went crazy again. Continuous screams. I left amidst the surprise and admiring gazes of everyone. Everyone was shocked. Oh my god, the fairy big sister smiled. She actually knows how to smile. So beautiful. So, this director Win is actually also a facecon? But that guy just now was indeed very handsome. Ethan Cole from the second year Computer Science Department? Why haven't I heard of such a handsome guy before? Sure enough, only outstanding talents can receive favor and recognition. Undoubtedly, the scene just now was enough to cause a sensation throughout Havenwood University. So after the opening ceremony ended, many students were still discussing it endlessly. Even when I returned, as soon as I reached the classroom, I heard people constantly discussing it. I even heard someone say, oh my god, if I can marry an ice beauty as a wife in the future, I'm willing even if I have to live in a villa and drive a supercar. Qin Lon, however, was completely defeated. He lay, paralyzed/limp, on his chair like a lazy cat, his eyes staring blankly at the ceiling, not knowing what he was thinking. Ethan. Alex excitedly patted my shoulder. I didn't see wrong just now, did I? The ice beauty just now smiled at you. Ice beauty? I asked. Alex Baker, exactly. This is Director Win's newest nickname. Everyone calls her that. I found it amusing. Does this really suit the tycoon princess who holds the power of life and death? Oh right. Alex suddenly pulled me aside and asked mysteriously, and hey, do you know the ice beauty? Why were you two still talking to each other? Ahem, what's your relationship? Me, what other relationship could there be? Alex let out a soft breath. Phew, that's good then. Let me tell you, Ethan, a big shot like her, absolutely don't me, deeply understood relationship. A pun can mean know each other well or intimate relationship. Alex Baker? Alex Baker? He originally thought the two definitely couldn't know each other that well, but then he saw my smiling yet not smiling expression. Alex suddenly felt this phrase wasn't that simple. Deeply understood. Know the roots, know thoroughly. With a boom, Alex felt his CPU was about to explode. After today's classes ended, I quickly went home, took out a notebook, and began to plan my next steps. My current total assets are 140,000. I thought about it. If I want to sell milk tea, then opening a shop is definitely very unprofitable. Regardless of rent, decoration costs, labor, machinery, etc., it's all a considerable sum of money. But setting up a street stall is different. The cost of a cup of milk tea is roughly toppings, tea leaves, milk, packaging, etc. If one is a bit unscrupulous, one can even replace tea leaves and milk with cheap milk tea powder. If one is even more unscrupulous, one can even replace plastic cups with plastic bags, the kind of small bags used for soy milk. I calculated a bit. I can compress the cost of a 10 yuan cup of milk tea to less than 1 yuan. If a school can sell 100 cups a day, that's 1,000 yuan. But this milk tea business can actually be sold in 3 time slots, morning, noon, and evening. So setting up a milk tea street stall is completely promising. I nodded. Alfred stood beside me, witnessing my startup plan throughout the whole process, and couldn't help but sigh. But Mr. Cole, please forgive me for being blunt. Your money-making plan this time seems even worse than buying black stockings last time. Not only do you earn less, but the time cost is also very high. Uncle Lou, you're worrying too much. I smirked, a dark glint flashing in my eyes. Did I say I wanted to set up a street stall myself? Did I say, I'm only setting up one milk tea stall? Alfred? Alfred? Those cloudy eyes instantly lit up with the light of wisdom. Oh damn. No wonder it's you, you're definitely up to something again. It turned out, I planned to set up milk tea stalls at more than 20 schools near Havenwood University. This was also why I had previously asked Alfred to find out the patrol times of the urban management team and the rules for setting up street stalls in the vicinity. Making money yourself is never as fast as others making money for you, I said. Alfred couldn't help but exclaim, making money like this is indeed very fast. If 20 stalls each sell 100 cups of milk tea a day, then the gross profit in just one day is 20,000. He had followed CEO Warren for many years and had met all kinds of people. But honestly, he had seen many high-end avenues. But a feasible money-making mindset like Ethan Cole's, even one that penetrates the grassroots market, he had basically never seen before. But a new problem arose. Alfred couldn't help but ask, then how do you manage these stalls? Have you thought about this problem? Of course, I've thought about it. I smiled. I remember Victoria hired 100 bodyguards to keep an eye on me, right? Every time I go out, it seems like it's just you and 3 bodyguards, but there must be at least 50 secretly following. Alfred coughed awkwardly. This brat, when did he find out? I continued, I plan to hire a salesperson at each stall for a daily wage of 50 yuan. As for the selection of people, find some old ladies in the rural areas near the schools or some domestic helpers waiting for work, around 50 or 60 years old. Ha? Alfred frowned. Are you sure? 50 yuan a day, can you even hire anyone? Uncle Lou, you've been away from the grassroots life for too long. I sighed. Many such people, they have nothing to do at home, just hoping to find a job to reduce the pressure of life. They usually play on their phones and don't even let go of those app tasks worth a few cents. I'll give them a 50-cent commission for each cup of milk tea, and they'll shout louder than anyone else. As for management, I'll go convince Victoria to send 20 bodyguards to stand guard beside them and also be responsible for bookkeeping. Besides, those 50 or 60-year-old rural old ladies are very healthy because they often do farm work. Basically, there's nothing to worry about. There are still nearly 2 months left. If everything goes smoothly, then I should be able to turn this 180,000 into 1 million. 2 months later, this 1 million will triple to 3 million due to the demolition of the old residential area. Understood. Alfred was slightly surprised. Mr. Cole, you're really good at using every card you have to win. I smiled. I could also stubbornly work part-time as before, cut off all ties with Victoria, and not want anything she gives me. But now, I don't want to draw such clear lines with her. If possible, Let's not talk about it anymore. Sorry to trouble you, Uncle Lou. Alfred nodded vigorously. He suddenly discovered that this brat Ethan Cole was not only smart, but also very considerate. No wonder, someone as sensitive as CEO Warren needed someone like Ethan Cole who could care about her emotions in every aspect. One last question, aren't you afraid these old ladies will stop working for you later, start their own businesses, and steal your business? Why should I be afraid? I smiled. This is just a small stop on my journey through life. But when I leave this stop, I can also bring measures to improve the lives of more than 20 families. I'll be very happy. Hearing this, Alfred was stunned. No wonder CEO Warren liked Ethan Cole so much. Okay. I'll go do it right away. Alfred was also very much looking forward to this matter and immediately went down to prepare. I thought about it. It seems there's nothing else that needs to be done for now. In terms of making money, I no longer need to do it myself. Later, I can even directly hand it over to Alfred to be a hands-off boss, and I just need to collect the money. As for studies, it seems I'm still keeping up for now. The only thing to worry about is probably Victoria. I took a deep breath. Alright then, the matter of mobilizing 20 bodyguards with her should still be taken slowly. I've actually always been very worried that after I start making money, Victoria will feel again that I'm planning to make money to run away. If bodyguards are mobilized, the suspicion will be even greater. So I should still stock up first. Afternoon. It was a sunny summer day. I took Alex to the Golden Flower Wholesale Market again. This place not only had everything, but also good quality at low prices. I spent 6,200 to stock up, including 3 street food carts for 1,200, taro balls, fruits, pearls, and other toppings for 3,000, milk tea powder for 1,000, and packaging for 1,000. Alex followed behind me, his eyes wide. Ha! He couldn't help but ask, Ethan, I just praised you before. Can you please not go back to simping for that Isabella Vance again? She said she wants you to treat her to milk tea for a month, so you're planning to buy these toppings and make it yourself? Me. I couldn't help but punch Alex. Idiot, your dad is busy making money here. Afterward, I briefly explained to Alex the work I planned to do. Hearing that I was preparing to manage more than 20 stalls at the same time, Alex took a deep breath. When he heard me talk about the new concept of milk tea, he was even more surprised. Ha! So the milk tea you're talking about is completely different from the milk tea I know. Alex was extremely surprised. Honestly, it wasn't like he had never drunk milk tea before. But it was just something made from milk tea powder, with some pearls or coconut jelly added. This thing cost 5 yuan a cup, and Alex still thought it was expensive. But the milk tea Ethan Cole talked about seemed very different. The milk tea I make is mainly divided into 3 major categories. One is still traditional milk tea, just made with different tea bases, such as osmanthus, red dates, etc., and then traditional toppings are added, but the variety of toppings will be a bit more. The second type is fruit tea, buying various fruit syrups can all play a role, mainly focusing on fresh and sweet flavors. The third type is milk tea smoothies, most of which are also fruit tea combinations, but occasionally there will also be rich flavors like chocolate, and various nuts are added to enhance the texture. Alex was dumbfounded. He never thought milk tea could be made in so many ways. Ethan, your brain has become smarter. Can I have a cup of milk tea after you're done making it? It sounds so tempting. Sure. I added another sentence, there's one condition. Don't mention the 3 words Isabella Vance in front of me again in the future. PTSD, thank you. Alex Baker, deal. A second later, he suddenly blurted out, oh my god, Isabella Vance. Me? You? I was about to give Alex a hammer blow, but then I found out it really was Isabella Vance. The girl wore a light blue long dress, her long black hair casually cascading down to her waist, her figure graceful with every step. When she saw me, she quickened her pace and walked over, afraid I wouldn't look at her again. Ethan Cole, you're here too. Suddenly, she glanced at the milk tea ingredients I bought. Remembering her previous request for me to buy her milk tea for a month, Isabella's eyes lit up. Ethan Cole, I thought you really didn't want me anymore. You scared me to death. I felt very puzzled. I looked at Isabella doubtfully and frowned. The thing I told you, you still haven't done it? Isabella was stunned. Ha! Me, if you don't have a mirror, you can use your pee to reflect, right? On what basis do you think you can catch my eye? With your looks, you can find someone for 500 at most. You want me to spend over 50,000 to pursue you? You. Isabella was almost choked. Why? She knew she was wrong, so she was willing to be enthusiastic again and again despite being treated coldly, to coax Ethan Cole. But she had already done so much, why did he still want to treat her like this? Alex, standing beside her, silently gave a thumbs up. Well done. Ethan, you have a future. Ethan Cole, why do you always want to treat me like this? Isabella couldn't figure it out. Didn't I just reject your confession? If we can't be lovers, we can still be friends. Chloe Hansen also followed. As soon as she caught up with Isabella and saw this scene, she was immediately furious. Ethan Cole, do you know who you're yelling at? She's Isabella Vance, the campus queen of Havenwood University. And also the person you've liked for many, many years. She basically doesn't lack pursuers. She's both kind and gentle, even class president Chin Long can only run errands for her. Are you really sure you want to treat her like this? If you really hurt our Yao Yao, you guys really can't go back. You can't even be friends. Hearing this, Alex was furious. He was about to rush up and curse back. I stopped him. Alex, it's not necessary. If you encounter a mad dog on the road that bites you, do you still want to bite it back? I frowned. Hearing this, Alex always felt something was strange. That's true, but... I waved my hand. Bodyguards, didn't CEO Warren ask you to be responsible for my safety? What if a mad dog keeps barking at me? The three bodyguards following behind the two of them said in unison, beat it up. Hearing this, Chloe Hansen was furious and was about to rush up and hit me. You. Me, what if it manages to bite me? The bodyguards then beat it to death. Afterward, the three bodyguards walked up to Chloe Hansen, holding iron rods in their hands, their faces unfriendly. Chloe Hansen was immediately scared. She took 2 steps back. She originally wanted to continue scolding me, unwilling to give up, but looking at the fierce bodyguards, she was scared. These were 3 muscular men over 1.80 meters tall. Seeing this scene, Alex Baker laughed heartily. Ha ha ha, you guys also have this day? I'm dying of laughter. Bark? Continue barking. Chloe Hansen and Isabella Vance could only watch helplessly. They were truly intimidated by the aura of the 3 bodyguards before them. They didn't dare say a word. Finally, the 2 of them could only watch me and my group leave, unable to do anything. How could he be like this? Why? Isabella Vance watched the direction I left in, her eyes red with grievance, tears uncontrollably falling. She admitted, she was really sad now. Once, she was the one Ethan Cole held in the palm of his hand. Whatever she wanted, he could buy it for her the next day. Even in terms of studies, he often favored her, escorting her on her academic journey. Even just a month ago, she encountered heavy rain at a coffee shop, and it was Ethan Cole who came with an umbrella to take her home. He was drenched, and she complained he was too late, but he would still give her the warmest smile. When on earth? Since when did all this completely change? I didn't just reject him once. If he really wants to be with me, so what if he confesses to me 99 times? Isabella Vance powerlessly squatted on the ground and burst into tears. Seeing this, Chloe Hansen was also a little annoyed. She secretly thought, why did this Ethan Cole give up on Isabella Vance so easily? The deadliest thing was, he had now become so outstanding, so... Sigh. It made her not even have the intention to mock and provoke him lately. How could this be? Suddenly, Chloe Hansen patted Isabella Vance on the shoulder. Wait, we both saw just now, Ethan Cole seems to have bought a lot of toppings for milk tea. Hey, do you still remember what we said before? As long as Ethan Cole treats you to milk tea for a month, you'll consider reconciling with him. Wow, then everything is explained. What? Isabella sobbed, looking at Chloe Hansen with grievance. Chloe Hansen, he's naturally playing hard to get. Actually, what he's doing now is just hoping to attract your attention. Think about it, after being rejected by you, he first changed, started showing off his wealth, and also started dressing up. And to deliberately anger you, he even found a girlfriend. But, he still remembers the matter of buying milk tea for a month. If he doesn't still like you, what is it? If it's not playing hard to get, what is it? By the time these words were spoken, Chloe Hansen, who was originally dejected, seemed to have been revitalized. The two girls seemed to have finally grasped the last life-saving straw. In fact, they had long been able to clearly feel the gap between themselves and me. But as long as I still liked Isabella Vance, they could use this point to quickly trample me, who had far surpassed their status, under their feet. They could order me around as before, and even order around a richer, more handsome me. Just thinking about it was enough to satisfy the vanity of these two women. Okay. Isabella Vance immediately seemed to have been injected with chicken blood. Then I'll wait until Ethan Cole proactively comes to me to turn back. Oof. I don't believe he can continue to hold back anymore. Still playing hard to get, I'll find someone else as a boyfriend to provoke him. Click. Victoria was busy until 4 in the morning before coming home today. She wore a mature black long coat, with an intellectual apricot-colored brocade ruffled top and white wide-leg pants underneath. The moonlight shone on her slightly tired face, those long, narrow, deep eyes still as sharp as ever. When she saw me sleeping soundly on the sofa in the main hall, she paused. Her gaze swept over me incessantly, as if wanting to greedily take all of me into her eyes. Swallowing me inch by inch, leaving no part untouched. She took off her high heels and walked barefoot lightly in front of me. Ethan Cole. Victoria took off her coat and gently draped it over me. Then she gently bent down and sat on the floor, cautiously resting her head on my lap. This woman, usually so domineering and powerful, now looked like a badly injured little animal seeking a place to rest. She moved closer to me, trying her best to make the two of them lean against each other closer, tighter. More than 10 minutes later, she opened a pair of cold, gloomy eyes. Victoria stood up and went into the bathroom. In just a moment, a horrifying scene appeared. She held a dagger in her hand, expressionlessly stabbing her palm repeatedly. Stab in. Pull out. Stab in. Pull out. After dozens of times, her palm no longer had a single intact piece of flesh. She actually smiled cruelly. Blood splattered onto her snow-white face, further highlighting the morbid beauty of those exquisite fox eyes. Ethan Cole, you still want to leave me, right? Making money, mobilizing bodyguards. These are all your plans? Why? Whatever you want, I'll give it to you. Money, power, even Apex Global, whatever you want, I'll give it to you, even my life. Can't you not go? Do you have to run away? You can only be mine, understand? Even if you die, your body, your soul, your next life, you can never escape my control. Forever. She really wanted to directly cripple me just now, turn me into a dwarf, so that I could never leave her. But in the end, she still used self-harm to forcibly suppress those outrageous thoughts. How could she bear to hurt me even a little? Ethan Cole. Ethan Cole. Victoria lay on the blood-stained floor, her wavy hair spread out. She had a desolate, exquisite beauty, astonishingly beautiful. Her constantly bleeding hand rested on her forehead. Blood flowed along her skin into her eyes, then turned into bloody tears rolling down her well-defined jawline. Since you're unwilling to love me, then hate me for a lifetime. Hate me to death, remember me, torment each other, until death do us part. The weekend. I had two particularly important things to do today. First was to start researching new bubble tea recipes. I needed to come up with at least 10 varieties. Next, I mentally calculated, I still had over $100,000. I didn't plan to spend it all at once on a pile of ingredients, I had to keep some aside for maneuvering. Therefore, I decided I had to make it up to Victoria a little. I originally intended to search for gifts girls like, but as soon as I typed it, the search bar automatically suggested a series of results like gifts that will make your girlfriend cry with emotion. Me? Even a straight arrow guy like me had to frown in disgust at those tacky plastic items. What the hell is this? After browsing for a long time, I suddenly felt a music box wasn't a bad idea. A really beautiful music box, one that played a melodious tune when opened, would probably help someone feel more at ease, right? After all, she always seems so anxious. With that thought, I decisively went to a gift shop and picked out a music box with a ballet dancer. The music box was incredibly exquisite, the graceful dancer twirling to a warm melody, beautiful beyond words. But the repetitive, monotonous dance movements made one drowsy after watching for a short while. I nodded. Good stuff. Sold. I was very satisfied with its appearance, but not at all satisfied with its price. Card swiped. Minus $50,000. Your current account balance is $123,800. Seeing the notification message, my heart ached. But thinking back on everything Victoria had done for me over the years, I felt, this little bit of my money was nothing. If it could make her a little happier, it was worth it. After returning to Rosewood Manor, I carefully put the music box away before confidently heading into the kitchen to experiment. I planned to try making the classic mango pomelo sago. I'll have to let Victoria try it later, right? Her figure is so perfect, she must be very conscious of maintaining it, so I'll use a sugar substitute to reduce the calories. Then, I started washing the pomelo and mangoes, and prepared the coconut milk. I had to admit, my cooking skills were really not up to par. Half an hour later, not only had I failed to produce a decent glass of mango pomelo sago, but I had also cut my hand twice with the knife. But just thinking about Victoria's expression when she drank this bubble tea, I couldn't help but look forward to it. This kind of drink, ahead of its time, she would probably like it, right? Let's continue. My fighting spirit reignited. I picked up the fruit knife and once again placed it on the mango on the cutting board. Swish! A while later, as I was struggling in the kitchen, my phone rang. Ring-a-ling-ling. It was Victoria. I quickly answered, and her voice came from the other end. Hello? I tried to make my voice sound gentle and bright, like a ray of sunshine that could dispel all gloom. Victoria, where are you? Victoria's voice was a bit cold. Outside, swatting some flies. I was taken aback. She must be cleaning up somewhere. Ah. You must be tired. Can you come home right away? Anyway, just come back quickly. I miss you so much. Hearing the 4 words I miss you so much, I felt the murderous aura in her voice seem to dissipate somewhat. You, miss me? This was the first time I had said these words to her. I replied immediately, yes. Our Victoria is both beautiful and especially gentle. And she treats me extremely well too. So naturally, whenever I have free time, I think of you right away. Victoria was silent for a moment. I had a feeling her hand holding the phone trembled slightly. Really? Of course. I grinned broadly. I have something important to tell you. You'll know when you get back. Hurry up, I'm waiting. Victoria hummed softly and hung up. After the call, I resumed my conquest of the mango pomelo sago. 10 minutes later, Victoria arrived. She had changed into clean clothes. I stood at the manor gate, carefully holding a glass of mango pomelo sago. The afternoon sun cast a golden glow on me, making the scene a bit romantic. Seeing Victoria, I immediately broke into a radiant smile and quickly walked over to greet her. You're back. Today I made a new type of bubble tea, called mango pomelo sago. Would you like to try it? Also, last time I ruined your roses, so today I'm compensating you with something else. I took out the music box I had prepared. I know I owe you a lot, and these things alone aren't enough to make up for it. So, if there's anything you want in the future, just tell me directly. I just want you to be happy. I chattered on, but the woman in front of me showed no reaction. Why is this so strange? I swallowed. You don't want it? As soon as I finished speaking, Victoria suddenly hugged me tightly, a very firm embrace. I do. I want you. Her voice was resolute, like a devout believer before a deity. To her, I was the chosen one, and also the only one. A faith, and even more so, a truth. I almost dropped the mango pomelo sago in my hand. I was a bit flustered at first, but gradually, as I felt the warmth from the soft body in my arms, my heart also calmed down. I raised one hand and gently stroked Victoria's head. Alright, I'm not going anywhere. Be good, don't worry. In this life, besides being by your side, I won't go anywhere else. My gentle voice was like a lullaby, soothing Victoria's heart, which was already full of scars. No one knew what she had been through to become the person she was today. Okay. Victoria released me. Only then did she notice the wound on my hand and frowned. You're injured? I was about to continue promoting my mango pomelo sago. Or maybe you should try this first. But Victoria had already taken my hand and pulled me into the manor. Bandage the wound first. Watching our retreating figures, Alfred, in the distance, smiled like a doting auntie. Then she, standing beside him, looked utterly bewildered. He must have thought today was my doomsday. Who would have thought we'd be this sweet? In the room. It was clearly Victoria's first time helping someone treat a wound. She fumbled with the first aid kit, rummaging for a long time before finding the iodine and other supplies, clumsily but very attentively helping me. Her movements were surprisingly gentle. Occasionally, she would even blow lightly on the wound, cradling my hand as if holding a precious treasure. Does it hurt? You're asking me, what about you? My eyes fell on the wounds on Victoria's hand, and I couldn't help frowning. Why are there so many cuts? TSK, this one even went through your hand. It looks infected. Why don't you know how to take care of yourself? You fool. I quickly knelt in front of Victoria and helped her treat her wounds. My movements were much more practiced and gentle. The warm light in the room shone on her heart, making her feel an unprecedented comfort and safety. I finally finished bandaging her wound, but suddenly I noticed a burning gaze. I looked up and met Victoria's deep eyes, in which an emotion I couldn't understand was swirling. Victoria? Seeing her say nothing, my heart skipped a beat. Oh no, did I do something wrong again? I quickly stood up and ran into the room to get the music box I had bought earlier. Then I knelt in front of her again, opened the music box, ta-da! Bought it for you. I really don't know what girls like, so I just bought it randomly. I hope you can feel my sincerity. Inside the music box, the beautiful ballet dancer danced to the music, as beautiful as a dream. The tinkling music really seemed to soothe one's anxieties. Do you like it? Thank you. Victoria held the music box preciously. She averted her gaze, looking a little unnatural, her ears slightly flushed. She changed the subject. Where's the bubble tea you mentioned? Let me try it. Hearing this, I stood up and brought it over. I patiently introduced it. This is called mango pomelo sago, made from pomelo, mango, and coconut milk. I used a sugar substitute because all girls like to stay beautiful, right? Alfred, standing nearby, explained, CEO Warren has had a weak stomach since she was young, so she doesn't gain weight no matter what she eats. Victoria took the glass of mango pomelo sago with her other hand and took a sip. Just one sip, and she was amazed. The mango pomelo sago had a delicate, refreshing taste, a rich flavor profile, like a spring breeze blowing through her heart. The sweet aroma of mango blended perfectly with the creamy coconut milk, and the chewy sago pearls and crisp pomelo pulp made the drink even more perfect. She couldn't help but take several more sips. The aftertaste was unforgettable. Is it good? Seeing Victoria's reaction, I asked expectantly. Delicious. Victoria had finished the whole glass. She couldn't help but ask, is there more? Yes. I immediately stood up and went to the refrigerator to get more. Seeing this, Ben Chi was once again astonished. He suddenly felt that Alfred might be right. For example, CEO Warren was usually very picky, but she could finish all the food Ethan Cole made. Alfred also looked pleasantly surprised. Mr. Cole, this bubble tea you made is truly delicious. May I try a glass? My honor. I casually got another glass. Very quickly, Alfred gave the same evaluation as Victoria. Oh my God, Mr. Cole. This bubble tea of yours is too delicious. Its name is Mango Pomelo Sago? If you sell this on the street, it will definitely sell out. Then she initially found it strange. It was normal for CEO Warren to praise it, but old Lou, why were you chiming in? But finally, seeing the two of them drinking so happily, he couldn't help but ask for a sip from old Lou's glass. Just one sip. He almost knelt before me. Heavens! Mr. Cole, you're truly amazing, this mango pomelo sago is so delicious. Is there any left? There must still be some in the refrigerator, right? I replied curtly, all gone. Crack! Then Chi's heart felt like it shattered. He was addicted after just one sip, and before he could even drink his fill, it was gone. Oh my God, how could he forget this taste of happiness? Begging Mr. Cole, could you please make a few more glasses? He felt like ants were crawling all over him. But then Chi didn't have the guts to order CEO Warren's man around. Victoria also felt proud on my behalf. She never expected me to be able to make such delicious bubble tea. If it were sold on the street, it would indeed be a bit of a waste of talent. It was just that, hearing what Alfred said earlier, she finally realized something. So, selling on the street is the reason Ethan Cole wanted to mobilize the bodyguards? That's right. Alfred suddenly slapped his head. Oh no, C.O. Warren, I was too busy that day. I didn't explain clearly to you. Yes, Ethan Cole wants to open more than 20 stalls, so he prepared to mobilize so many bodyguards. Victoria was silent, her head bowed slightly in apology. Did I misunderstand Ethan Cole? After an unknown amount of time, she looked at me. I'm sorry, I'll compensate you. Hearing this, everyone present was stunned. Sorry. These two words could actually come from the mouth of the proud and cold CEO Warren? Even I stared wide-eyed. Who possessed her? When I realized Victoria was serious, I fell into deep thought. This is the promise of the CEO of Apex Global, that I'll have to think carefully about how I want you to compensate me. I smiled, my eyes twinkling mischievously. Victoria hummed softly, all sharpness gone. Then she couldn't help but rub his eyes. He looked at us incredulously, finally sighing inwardly, sigh, this kid is about to make it big. But my next words stunned everyone. I said, Victoria, in the future, I'll diligently learn from a nutritionist to coordinate ingredients, diligently practice my cooking skills, and try not to burn the pot anymore. Then every morning, I'll cook nourishing herbal porridge for you, you have to drink it obediently, okay? Is that all? Victoria looked at me doubtfully. Money, cars, houses, whatever you want, I'll give it to you. No need. I smirked. I'll earn money myself, you're so outstanding, I don't want others to have a chance to gossip. I hope that one day I can be outstanding enough to stand by your side legitimately. Wait for it, I think this bubble tea sale will go well, and I should be able to make quite a bit. I'll buy you gifts too. I want to do my best to treat you well. After saying these words, I suddenly realized I might have said a bit too much. After all, although I had made up my mind to be with Victoria, what was Victoria's attitude towards me? What was it really? I still couldn't see through it. I was just afraid that in the end, it would be unrequited love on my part, and it wouldn't be good to wake up from the dream again. Looking at Victoria in front of me, silent for a long time, my heart also became more uneasy. Victoria remained silent, but her eyes, usually as calm as an ancient lake, rippled, as if the moon and stars were trembling, mixed with an unspeakable joy. Her eyes glistened with unshed tears. She took a deep breath. Finally, Victoria composed herself, trying to make her voice sound calm enough. Okay, I'll wait for you. In the following days, I officially launched the bubble tea project. The staff had been recruited, and the various bubble tea recipes were almost finalized. So recently, identical bubble tea stalls appeared at the gates of various schools in Havenwood. Students initially hadn't seen this novel type of drink. Some watched from a distance, others bravely tried it, but were also a little hesitant due to the $2.50 price range. I knew it was time to use some marketing tricks. I chose the hottest day of the month, brought 5 or 6 classic mango pomelo sagos, and swaggered into Havenwood University. In the classroom, students were waiting for class to start, everyone hot and bothered. Ugh, when will this damn late autumn heat wave end? I feel like my brain is about to be baked dry. Don't even mention it, I'm dying of discomfort too, sigh. Heavens, is the iced Coke in the supermarket sold out already? Damn it, I still have to go down to the field for PE later. Without air conditioning, won't I die of heat? Just then, Alex and I walked into the classroom with several mango pomelo sagos. Seeing this, everyone was stunned. Hey, this looks familiar. Isn't this the new type of bubble tea sold at the stall in front of the school gate? Oh my god. This is so cold. Alex, while cooperatively taking a big gulp of bubble tea, winked at me and said with a smile, "This new bubble tea is truly amazing, Ethan. How did you discover such a treasure?" I chuckled. Well, it's hot anyway, just thought I'd try it. And you know what, this bubble tea is really good. Luckily, I bought a few extra. If it's not enough, there's still more. In this maddeningly hot atmosphere, my brother and I were hugging several ice-cold mango pomelo sagos, quenching our thirst with gusto. The surrounding classmates' eyes were practically bulging out. Among them were Kevin Long and Isabella Vance, who had just returned to school. What bubble tea? Kevin Long pouted. I asked the price, it's a full $2 a cup. Whoever buys it is an idiot. $2 isn't expensive, Chloe Hansen said, her eyes wide. Before, Ethan Cole bought Isabella Vance a slice of cake that cost at least $5, right? Hearing this, Isabella also began to look expectant. She looked towards my seat, thinking of what Chloe Hansen had said last time. Ethan Cole still liked her, he was just playing hard to get. Just like these cups of bubble tea.